Yo, what's up? It's the prof. Hey, it's really crazy, right? Check it out. I'm just tripping off the fact of looking at some stuff I seen on TMZ. They were sitting up here talking about how the whole thing about little Duval being on the Breakfast Club and speaking about how he felt like if he was tricked by like a cross dresser or a transgender or something like that, like somebody trying to pretend like, if it was a man pretending he was a woman and, you know, I guess like if he was involved in some kind of sexual thing with the person, and he found out later that it really was um a man, how would he feel? And he said the way he would react, he said he probably would flip out and he probably would kill the dude. All right, and they talking about whatever. I guess Charlemagne the God. You know what I'm saying? You heard what little Duval said. He said he believed he gay himself, but I'm cool with him. That's the partner, whatever. And I'm gonna tell you right now, he's being real about that. You know what I'm saying? You can tell he's being real about that. But you know, um, um, they was talking about like how Charlamagne the guy got wherever he was some kind of appearance he was at, he got some backlash like being I guess representing for the Breakfast Club, and they wonder like, well, why did the transgender community get on him instead of like tripping about little Duval, because he was the one that said it. That's what everybody was reacting to and stuff like that. Probably because they looking at it like, why did you give him a format to speak like that and express his views? See, a lot of things going on in society, like even more blatant than than maybe than what that's obvious than what it was like decades before, because all the social media and everything exposing more stuff than what people seen, before, like the 2000s came in to be the new millennium. There's more of a magnifying glass on everything that people say or do or whatever. But the man got asked a question. He was presented with on the Breakfast Club, Little Duval, with a situation, and he was asked how he felt personally, and he expressed that. Now you got ain't it weird? You know what I'm saying? And like conscious-minded black folks know what the hell I'm talking about. I ain't saying everybody knows what I'm talking about, but conscious-minded black folks, they know what I'm talking about. Ain't it weird how certain issues that come about that they want to discuss on TMZ, they get Van and Charles to get up there and say it, and them fools get their ass right up there and they start talking about it, giving their damn depictions and understanding and beliefs and this and that. You know what I'm saying about that? Them ain't real brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Them ain't real brothers. And they if you look at like today's society, what they try to project to you, you know what I'm saying, like in all facets of a lot of things, like sports and music and movies, who they try to project to us, the powers that be, the people that are behind the scenes, who are the, quote unquote, black people that we should be listening to and following and understanding. Those people are handpicked for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Those people are the ones who are down to pander to, the liberal understanding, or even like in some cases, the conservative want or understanding, depending upon which way they're trying to spin it or play it. The subject matter of how they want to give it to us as far as a form of control. These people are handpicked. To be those people, those black folks are picked to be those when you get out there, boy, and say this for me. Get out there and represent. You know what I'm saying? And Van and Charles, you know what I'm saying, they got to do things because they got to pander to Harvey, you know what I'm saying, to do his bidding for him, you know what I'm saying, so that basically, like, if you're stupid and you dumb, that, you know what I'm saying, you'll get out there and you'll let them throw you out there, honestly. I mean, but it just shows what kind of person that you are. But they get these two. Got the two black men to go back at little Duval, another black man, and questioning like his beliefs and his stance based upon what he got asked. The situation was presented to him, and he spoke how he felt. You don't have to feel the same way. But then you got Van acting like he was about to get into an uproar, talking about, but can't you see how, you put murder at the end, and, society, can't you understand that society is not going to accept, wait a minute, hold on. in a situation like that, what did he say? He said, man, I might flip out or whatever, upon dealing with a situation like that. I flipped out. Like, Lil Duval is being very real. He was like, how that could psychologically mess with somebody, for somebody to do that. The guys who came out of prison, who got turned out, in years past, who came home and got to live with the fact that they got raped in prison, and they're not the same guys anymore that they were when they went in. But you're sitting up there, you're not worried and concerned about that. You're worried and concerned about how the transgender community feels. You're worried about how, we don't want to upset those people. We don't want to upset. Look at the issue. Look at what's being presented and what's being talked about at hand, being mind manipulated by the very people that you're saying we got to always be sensitive to their feelings. If they use that, anybody use these so-called these so-called protected people in our society, use that sense of consciousness to manipulate people for their own selfish benefit, or lusting sick desires, whatever they may be, where they are able to still jump behind the fact like, hey, don't you criticize me for what I did. If you do that, I'm transgender. I'm gay. I'm lesbian. I'm a woman. I'm still technically a child because I'm under 18. I'm 16. I knew what I was doing when I had that gun and shot that old person. But wait a minute. Don't you criticize me too harshly. Well, that's like if you're not black. I was so I'm so privileged. I don't know right from wrong. Don't condemn me. I'm a kid. All these weird things. But kills me when our people sit up here, and it used to be a time when we used to know better. We used to say, hey man, them folks is crazy, and you know what I'm talking about. We used to always talk about, we don't do that. We don't do that. That's them. That's what they do. Hey, you know what I'm saying? We would discuss it amongst ourselves. We don't say, them folks is crazy. Weird. You see this stuff? Now you got our people are sitting up here, going along with the mess. And you're fighting for their cause more so than they are. And so they using you, and then that way it's just like a military it's just like a country wants to go after another country for whatever reason. Basically, to take their resources to manipulate situations over there so that they can basically gain some kind of power or something in that country for whatever reason. We have to put somebody out front. That person out front is a figurehead. Or that person, the person out front, usually a lot of times the person who stands alone out there in front, or the group that gets out there in front, you are being used to deflect the bullets and whatever, the barrage of whatever the people that you're opposing, your opposers are going to throw back at you. Then it's like either you, the people that's out there in the front line, either y'all gonna get killed or y'all gonna be one badly hurt or whatever and stuff like that. And we'll come behind y'all, after the job is done or whatever, and and we'll like, we'll carry on what we were trying to carry on. But it just kills me that like you see this all the time and stuff. Little Duval got asked a question, he said what he felt and he meant. And I'm just saying like this, man. Charles and Van need to stop selling out. You know what I'm saying? They need to seriously stop selling out, man. Y'all look like some suckers, man. Y'all look like some suckers. You know what I'm saying? And all y'all that keep coming on there, are people that keep coming with the dumb commentary on these subject matters and stuff because y'all just want to, oh, look, I'm on TV. I just want to speak on the Donald Trump situation, knowing that you don't know nothing about politics. Y'all need to stop that. That's another thing y'all did since the election. Just talking all about Donald Trump, don't know a damn thing about politics, but just want to be heard. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to stop it, people. Y'all just stupid.